ladies and gentlemen, back on your cold and wet island in England. My first lecture today is on alpine anatomy. So, well, two famous peaks in the Bernese Oberland are called Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. So these are like, well, three adjacent peaks. Eiger, I don't know what it means, it's just a name. Mönch is the German word for monk, and Jungfrau means virgin. So, Mönch, English monk, and Jungfrau, English virgin, or the Latin name would be Parthenos. And well, you should all know there's like something called parthenogenesis, that is development from an unfertilized egg. Well, that happens sometimes in crustaceans like Daphnia, so that is like zooplankton in the water, in freshwater, or some aphids, insects. They can propagate without fertilization. Also in vertebrates it happens, so Carassius, so that is like a relative to carp, so a fish also can propagate without fertilization. And that's one example for humans, so for Jesus Christ was born from a virgin. And some of this is quite unusual because in all these cases there are only females originating from parthenogenesis, but in humans, like Jesus Christ was male. So it's a very significant and famous exception. Well, to continue with this alpine anatomy, so there's the monk here, and the virgin, the Jungfrau over there, and of course that is like a problematic positioning. So the monk so close to the Jungfrau. So they are separated by something called the Jungfrau-Joch. So that is this ridge between the two mountains. Like anatomically, I would call it the Christa, but it is called Jungfrau-Joch. So, well, Joch, well, it is a kind of an old German word. Joch, the English word, yoke, is very close to it. It means something, you see, like two oxen, they are put into a yoke or a yoke. They are united by this instrument and they can pull a plow or something. So, yoch means yoke. The Greek word is zygo. So, zygo is the Greek word for yoke, and it means paired or united. So some examples here are for this Greek word zygon, for example, the zygote. Of course, you know, like if gametes fuse together, they form the zygote. Or possibly, well, you should all know the meiosis, and meiosis 1 has this very elongated prophase, prophase 1, and one of the phases in prophase 1 is zygotine. So that means like where the homolog chromosomes, where they pair together, so that is zygotine. And also, you will all know there's a zygomatic arch here, and that looks also a little bit like a yoke here. So that's kind of connecting bow here. So the zygomatic bone or the zygomatic processes of the frontal bone or of the temporal bone. Okay, so you see all these things are closely related to this mountain massif, to the Jungfrau massif in the Bernese Oberland. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and otherwise I wish you a good evening. Bye.